Yo, what's up? Good afternoon,
Sugar
everybody. Good
is the
afternoon, good evening.
devil, keto is life TV.
Yo, what's up? Today is Remember When. Remember when I'll never be there again. Today we're talking about go harder. Go harder. Go harder. Go harder. You know, a lot of people, man, they say, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing this to change and I'm trying to do this, and you're not going hard enough. Go harder. You know, when I started doing the keto lifestyle, that was not enough for me. So I wanted to go harder. I started intermittent fasting, and that was not enough for me. So I opened a bakery, and it still ain't enough for me. And I'm not saying that you can't never settle. I'm just saying build your empire, go high, go harder. You know, people were sick because they don't want to do the hard work. Go harder. There's not enough that a person can do, especially if you're young, you have a lot of strength and everything. Even if you're not young, hey man, go harder. You got a lot to live for. You got a lot to do, you know? Shout out to people that are joining me on TikTok, and shout out to people that are joining me right now on Facebook. Appreciate y'all. So today, man, go harder. Go harder, you know? What's that saying? Go harder or go home? Well, you know what? I go hard every day because nothing's gonna stop me, you know? Shout out to Tilly. Appreciate you being on here, Tilly. I hope y'all enjoyed that cooking channel, the cooking show I had today, man. Soul food. I was showing you how to make some delicious keto soul food. So I made smothered pork chops, and I made the greens. I made the collard greens, and I made cornbread. I made keto, and everything was keto, man. Everything was delicious, man. Very, very delicious. But I keep on doing that because I keep on going harder because I want people to just realize, hey man, you know what? Free's talking about the keto lifestyle. Guess what? Free is showing us how to eat through the keto lifestyle. Look what Free's showing us we could have soul food, we could have Italian food, we could have this, we could have that has lots of flavor. Now I know there's other people out there that cook, but is it really good? You know, my main thing is to be on my show and to eat in front of y'all guys, and what y'all get is what y'all get, and I enjoy it. And I promise you, if it's something that I make that I'm not gonna like, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, no, I ain't making this no more. But you know, a lot of recipes are my recipes, and sometimes I'm doing them right there with you, right there. I'm just thinking about a recipe, and then I say, you know what, I'm put it to action, and then that's when everybody's watching me. You know, appreciate y'all, man. Miguel, what's up, Galvan? Huh? Shack full of snacks. The house already, man. Appreciate you being on here. So that's what you gotta do is go harder. Go harder. Because you gotta think about what you can accomplish. So say you accomplish one thing. Guess what? There's more things to accomplish. You don't have to stop. You know, I had a friend of mine, Leroy, and years back he used to tell me, and this is before I was taking care of my health and everything, but years back he used to tell me, Free, never settle. Never settle. You got too much potential. There's too many things that you can do out there to settle. And I never knew what he was talking about. Like, man, you know what? I'm good. You know, I'm making my money. I'm good. I'm working for I'm good, right? But now I know what he meant. You know, because I haven't settled. You know, there's so much for me to do. When I drop my cookbook in December, I'm already thinking about what else I can do during that time. I got my cookbook coming out. I got some my own seasonings. You know, my own seasonings where I won't have a problem with using so many different seasonings, and I won't have to worry about all the caking in the seasoning. I won't have to worry about the sugar in the seasoning, and it's going to be a really, really good seasoning, you know? So I'm doing that. So far, I got my Cajun one, I got my barbecue one, and I have my Mexican one. I call it Taco Tuesday. So I have all those three right here, and they're ready to go. But my wife said, hold on, put that anchor down a little bit because we got to finish the book. So we're gonna finish the book, and then we're gonna introduce people into the seasoning, you know, because it's gonna be for my tamales. You're gonna need my seasoning, and don't worry, I'm gonna hook you up with some seasoning on there, you know. But shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. If you have any questions at any time, you have any questions about the keto lifestyle, intermittent fasting, or just growth mindset, you know, hey, I'm here. I can help you, man. You know, it all starts with mind. It's mind over everything. You know, that's why on my if you go to my bakery, it says mind over sugar. You know, because a lot of people say, man, you know what? I need to have sugar. Okay, you know, I got people right now that I'm coaching that just recently hit me up, and he's lost. He told me, he goes, I lost so far. I lost 14 pounds. And I said, that's real good, man. I started clapping and everything. But I said, but now hold up. Let me tell you the truth. So most of that is water weight. But guess what? You're headed to a good place. You're headed to a good place right now. So he was happy. And I said, but the most important thing, tell me how you feel. He said, oh man, I don't feel too tired no more. You know, and this is somebody that has high blood pressure, you know, has complications. I'm not sure everything. I think he told me he had some diabetes. I'm not really sure. I talk to a lot of people all the time, and I don't have nothing in front of me right now. But regardless, he feels good, man, because you drop weight, you know. And a lot of times people say, man, that's not a health problem. Some people just, you know, you have people saying, even on TikTok, you have people talking about, man, you know what, I'm big and I'm good, and they're eating like it's nothing. It's going to be something. It's dangerous. You're playing Russian roulette because it's dangerous. You know, it's dangerous. So I just tell you, man, you know what? Go harder. If you want to drop weight, go harder. If you want to take care of your health, go harder and do that. Do exactly that. You have to do the hard work to get there. Shout out to Porter, man. Appreciate y'all being on here. Oh, appreciate that. Appreciate that. You know, I do these shows. Honestly, I do these shows because it was a calling from God. You know, I really 3.5 years ago, I wasn't doing this. You know, I was DJing and stuff. Always been like in the limelight, but I never been in this kind of limelight where, and I don't call it limelight. I call it more like doing something that God's done for me. You know, because he helped me. You know, I've been there. So I try to tell people, you know what, my show. I guess my show's really good because I've been there. You know, I always show people my poncho. I got a poncho right there, a Texans poncho. And I always show people the poncho, you know, because especially today's Remember When. So I remember when I'll never be there again. People don't understand that they can take more control of their mind than what they think. You know, a lot of times people were stuck. A lot of times people were just stuck because of the way they grew up. You know, especially when people were eating. You know, you're used to your mom saying, you better eat all your food. And you're used to your mom saying, you know that right now there's somebody out there that don't have the food you're eating. So be glad and eat all your food. So we were raised that way, right? And we're raised to, if we're sad, food helps us. If we're happy, food helps us. If you want to celebrate, food helps us. And, you know, and that's it's not a bad thing because you still can enjoy yourself, but it's bad when you're not eating the right things. You know, for instance, if somebody wants to celebrate with you, don't drink a Coke. Don't drink a Sprite. Don't drink that. Drink some water. I know it's crazy, but look, I always got water all around me, and I got good water. I got core water, and I don't know where the other one went, but I have core water. So water plays a big part, a big part. And so right now, if you're going through something, if you're like, if you have any health problem, and if you're going through something, if you don't do nothing about it, you're going to be going through that the next day and the following day and the following day. You know, on Sunday and some other days I do I can't think of it. But anyway, I go on here, and the last time I told people, I say, yesterday was yesterday. Today is the day you can change. Today's a new day. Today is a new day. You know? But when is it a new day? A new day could be every day. You know, so say today wasn't the time. Well, next time, but you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to set your mind up to anything. You got to have purpose. You got to have urgency, and you got to really want this. You know, and if you do this, you're going to realize that you're in control. A lot of people would tell themselves, man, you know what? I'm sick. I'm going to stay sick. I have asthma and I'm going to stay with asthma. I'm big, I'm sick, I'm unhealthy, and I'm going to stay that way. You're staying that way because you choose to stay that way, because you don't want to do the hard work through it. You know, I remember going to Whataburger the very first time I went to Whataburger, not the very first time, but the very time I started doing the keto lifestyle, right? In the very beginning, I had to throw my bread away, right? So this is me at Whataburger. So I ordered me a double meat because I figured, you know what? If I order me a double meat and some jalapenos, you could eat meat, you could eat jalapenos, you could eat vegetables. And so I was telling myself this, right? Well, back then, there was not so many shows. Keto wasn't really popular when I was doing it, okay? 3.5 years ago. It wasn't really popping like it is now. And there was nothing like there was no formula or nothing I could follow, right? Because I try to go to YouTube and not to contradict myself because I got a YouTube channel, but it's really simple and it's to the point. And a lot of people on YouTube, they have all kinds of like stuff I didn't understand, like can I eat this or can I not eat this, or what is that? What is that about? Why is he talking about that, And then I was seeing some people talk about the keto diet. They call it diet. I call it a lifestyle, amazing lifestyle. So you'll never hear me call it a diet, but they call it a diet. And I'm hearing these stories, and I go back and I research.
Motion detected at the front.
Oh, that stupid cat. And I go back and I research, right? And so I'm researching, and I'm like, this person don't even know what I'm going through. They've never in their whole life had a health problem. They never in their whole life had to be a unhealthy fat problem, being a big boy problem. They never had that problem. So how am I supposed to believe someone that's on there that's never had that kind of problem? And believe me, I did all my research. I looked at everything. I like this. I don't see it. I don't see it. So when I seen this, I'm like, it's more of a money thing for these people. It's more for a money thing. Then you had these other people, and I ain't gonna mention no names, but you had other people. And don't get me wrong, because if there's a YouTube channel for it, if there's an audience for it, there's an audience for it. But I was just seeing this, and so I had to do my own thing. So my own thing was, you know what? I started learning. I said, you know what? So I know I could eat meat, and I know I got to eat fat. I know I can't eat French fries. I know I can't have the onion rings, the crispy onion rings. So this is what I'm gonna do. So when I went over there to Whataburger, I never forget it. I was DJing that day, and though the band was playing, so there was a Whataburger right close by. I haven't eaten, right? So then I went to get a Whataburger, and I ordered a double meat, no bread, and I drank with water, right? And then what I noticed, it was delicious. It was really delicious because I was tasting something that I've never tasted before, which was the meat. Was the meat, the bacon, the vegetables. Believe me, guys, the thing is our mind is used to eating bread and eating this and eating that when we don't need it. It's actually just covering flavor up. Believe it or not, I know some people be like, oh, you crazy. I like that buttery bread or whatever. But if you try it and you tell yourself, you know what, this is good, then I guarantee you're going to know it's good, man. Shout out to Maria. Shout out to Esperanza. Shout out to Deepak and Veronica. Hope I'm saying your names right. Appreciate all y'all guys, man. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Keto is Life TV. If you're on TikTok, you can find me under Keto Coach, at Keto Coach. Instagram, you can find me One Sugar is the Devil. On Facebook, you can find me One Sugar is the Devil. And I'm on some other stuff. But so guys, what I was getting at is this hamburger tastes delicious. First of all, it was a double meat. See, but what we do wrong, we think because we're going to go get the small burger. How many times you say, you know what, I'm trying to not eat so much, I'm gonna get the small burger. You're not doing yourself no justice because you're still getting bread, right? So then, I wanted to go harder. So then I started intermittent fasting, right? When I started intermittent fasting, I started doing 18 hours. I didn't do 16, I did 18 hours. And I remembered, I was like, I'm not hungry. This is not that bad. This is not that bad. And then of course I learned more, and then I went to coaches. So then I became a coach, and then the same thing with keto. And And I kept on going harder, and I still go hard. I'm not happy. People that I'm coaching right now, I'm pushing them. You know, I call them, hey, how's everything going? How's Danny? If I'm helping their husband, how's Danny doing? What did he eat this morning? You know, and that's the kind of coach I am. You know, I'm with you. We do this together. I don't tell people, hey, you know what? You shouldn't eat that, but then I'm going to eat that. You know, and don't get me wrong, I can pretty much eat whatever I want to eat because I'm keto adapted. I already know what food does. I already know how to handle food. So, first of all, food doesn't control me. I control it. And my mind controls my stomach. That's where I'm at right now. So, look, I finished eating, 7:30, 7:45 today. I'm done. I'm drinking water. That's all I do is drink water. I drink my tea. And then the next day, guess what? About 3, 4 o'clock, I'm eating again. I got 2 hours that I eat out of. Now, I'm not telling you to intermittent fast. I'm not telling you that. A lot of people say, man, Free, you think I should intermittent fast? You think I should do keto? I think you should do keto. And I'm going to tell you why. Because with the keto lifestyle, you learn how to eat. That's what you exactly do. You learn how to eat. You learn, if I'm coaching you, then this is going to control this for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, you know. Let me see what y'all got. I'm sorry. I'm going to read some comments. And you inspired me to get help. You said it's going to be the day after. Then, you see? I'm sorry, man. It's stuff like this. It's reasons like this why I get up and do these shows and why I do my cooking shows and why I got the cooking book coming out and why I did the bakery. It's reasons like this because of what they said right here. And you inspired me to get help. You said it's going to be there tomorrow and the day after then. And I got help. That's why I do this. Now, there's people on TikTok. There's a lot of people on TikTok. So it's not the same thing like being on Facebook. So you don't got that relationship with a lot of people. And there's a lot of people that I want to follow that I haven't been able to follow because TikTok don't let me. I got too many people that I already followed. But it's reasons like that I do things because we don't know what this person is going through. But she got the help or he got the help because of what I said. And guess what? You can too. I have a friend not too long ago I seen in the hospital. Just not too long ago. Said, pray for me. And I ain't going to mention no names, but a few months ago, he was eating bad, drinking, all kinds of stuff. And I would leave him messages. Bro, take care of yourself. And the reason why I was doing that, because he reached out to me, because he wanted my help. Well, he ended up in the hospital. He's probably still in the hospital. But I can't mention no names. I'm not going to do that. People need to wake up. And they need to go harder. If you try to do something and you didn't accomplish it, that don't mean you can't try again. If you fail, you get back up. You got a problem when you can't get back up. That's when you got a problem. No one is going to press down on you, hold you down. No one's going to hold you down. And guess what? When they want to hold you down, you get away and you get up and you get up and you do what you have to. You do whatever you have to. Sometimes we put so much strength, we put so much urgency in stuff that's not going to help us. We put so much stuff in someone else. We put it in somebody else. We're worried about everybody else but us. You know, worry about you. Worry about you. You're number one. You should worry about you. Think about it. If this world came down to the nitty-gritty, do you think anybody's going to worry about me? No. My wife's going to worry about her. I'm going to worry about me. My kids are going to, you know where I'm getting at. Worry about you. You have to help. What am I going to do right now if I go back to my old ways? If I start eating bad, if I start eating sugar, and it's going to take a while before I get there again, I don't got that mentality no more. I won't do that. I don't feel for it. Food does not control me at all. The thing is, how are you going to be any help to your family? How are you going to be the strength of your family if your health is not right? Right now, if you won the lottery, say you won the lottery, which is a needle in a hay, whatever it's called. If you won the lottery, right? And you say, man, I can go buy a car, I can buy a mansion, I can buy this, I can buy that, I can buy this, but your health is not right. Are you going to enjoy it? You might enjoy it for a little bit, but then you're going to see all this food and you can start eating it and you're not going to take care of your health. And guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to be in the hospital. You're going to have all this new shit, and excuse my language, and you're going to be in the hospital. You know, I tell my mom, I said, Mom, you know what? I don't know how to explain to you, Mom. This is the very beginning. I said, Mom, I feel like I won the lottery. And she goes, ¿Cómo dices, mía? What do you mean? And I said, because my health is at a place where I feel amazing, you know? I don't even get slight headaches. I don't even get slight headaches, guys. I don't get nothing, right? And she says, yeah, I can understand that, mijo. I can understand that, you know. I said, and you know, I know some people right now that I'm coaching that have big houses, that have 2 houses, that have a big business, but they're worried about their health. You know, and sometimes you think that you can get the best doctor. I got to play this. Real quick. Attention, my advice is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any health problems. I am not a doctor. I just show you what worked for me. Let's begin the show. All right, I got to protect myself. So, you know, sometimes y'all trust doctors with the coats. And I don't blame y'all. You know, they went to school and they got all their education and everything for a reason, right? But are they really going to help you? Doctors take care of symptoms. That's come from Dr. Jason Fung. Doctors take care of symptoms. They'll never take care of the disease. Doctor will never tell you, you know what? You're diabetic. You know what? You don't want to take this insulin. You don't want to take these pills. I tell you what you can do. Delete sugar out your life. Stop taking in sugar. And I guarantee you, they will never tell you that. They would never, ever tell you that. No, they tell you, eat right and exercise. And then they send you to a lady or they send you down the hall and they should tell you, okay, you can't eat this, but yet you could eat this wheat bread. You can't eat this, but yet you could eat the white rice and the brown rice and all that. None of that stuff is good for you, right? All you're still doing is getting sugar. And guess what? You're in there for diabetic. You're in there because you're a diabetic, you know? Appreciate Sonia being on here. Appreciate Melissa being on here. Armando, Gaston, how you doing, bro? And shout out to everybody over here, man. Shout out to Porter. Shout out to Miriam. And shout out to Bailey. Appreciate all y'all guys. And I'm sorry, man. It's just some of them names, you know, that when you're on TikTok, the names are just different, you know. So I don't want to mess nobody's name up, but appreciate you guys. I really appreciate y'all being on here. I'm sorry I can't really see me. I'm trying to fix the camera. There it goes. Really appreciate y'all being on here and stuff like that. And if I could help you, reach out to me. My telephone number is always on here, 832-715-2557. So right now, if you want to drop weight, go harder on it. If you want to get your health right, go harder on it. If you want that promotion, go harder on one. If you want more blessings, go harder on it. Just go hard, you know, just go hard, man, because there's not enough you can do. I told my wife that because I'm waking up to help my kids because, you know, I'm doing the school teaching thing right now from home. And I go to bed about 4 a.m. and I had to get up probably around, I think today was 8 o'clock. So I got at 8 o'clock, I got to get up, right? So was that 4 hours? But I'm good. You know, I told my wife, I know what I have to do, babe, so don't worry about it. You know, I still got to do some other stuff, and I'm doing so many things. I mean, here I am. I'm a graphic artist, so I'm doing somebody's menus right now. I'm doing a lady's menu. She's been waiting for them, so I got to get her menus out. I'm doing business cards. I'm doing logos, and then I'm doing my stuff. I'm working on my book, but I'm doing a lot. But I'm not complaining. I'm blessed. I go harder. If I got to go hard over here, I'm going to go harder. Guess what? I'm going to get it done. Because I know it needs to get done, you know? And a lot of people, man, and shout out to Armando, man. Shout out to Armando here. A lot of people, they don't go hard. They don't even go hard just a little bit. They don't. They're used to doing the 9 to 5. Don't get me wrong. I I used to have a job. I work really hard. So I work even harder probably for a person that has a 9 to 5 because I keep on working. But that ain't what I'm trying to say. I'm saying sometimes people are in a position where they hate their life. I see too many things all the time. I had somebody not too long ago said, every time I try to go forward, I go 8 steps back. And I type, stay positive, stay positive. It's stuff like that that keeps you there, And then other times people say, if I don't have no bad luck, I have no luck at all. You're actually telling yourself what you want instead of changing it. A lot of times we might be out there and we think, hey, I done enough. You know what? You want to give yourself a pat on the back. I done enough. But have you really done enough? Can you really go harder than what you did? A lot of people they're in a position because they don't want to go hard, because they don't want to change. You see people all the time. You know what? Hey, man, I wish I had that kind of car, or I wish I had that, or I wish I had this, but they don't want to do nothing about it. A lot of people say, man, you know what? Man, look at that skinny whatever. I wish I could be like that. I know I can't be like that. Why? Because I love food. Like that, right? But they can be like that. My biggest deal was never about my weight, right? In the very beginning, I was, I got a picture right here. I might have a picture right here. What I got? No, I probably don't. I thought I had one. Hold on. No, I thought I had a picture, but you could go back on my Facebook. You can see my Facebook, Gilbert Patino, or One Sugar is the Devil. And please go over there if you're on TikTok, man. Hey, add me on there. I'll be glad to have you on there too. And I was a big guy. I had my stomach always pointed out, right? My stomach always pointed out, so I couldn't go all the way like this. I couldn't do all this right here, right? Because my stomach would stop me way over here. My stomach was like about right here. Anybody that knew me, my stomach knew that it was right here. So my stomach would hit them before I did, right? Well, I knew that at one time, if I didn't change, then I don't know if I would have been here. I mean, I was always in the hospitals. I was always in this, going through stuff. I had to go hard. And every day I go harder. I do. I look at it this way, and it's crazy, but I tell my wife, I say, baby, I'm young. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm not young. A lot of people don't believe my age. They're like, what? There's no way. I'm about to be 50 years old in January. 50 years old. I don't feel 50. I don't look 50. I don't even think 50, I'm not saying there's a wrong number for 50, but usually you got some people at 50 years old like, oh, hey, man, you know what? But it's not like that anymore at all. But I had to get myself there. We got over here, so and that's why you strive. You want better. You have to work for it. Yes, you have to work for it. There's a lot of people that are at the same job, doing the same thing, and making the same money. There's people out there that will make excuses. How many times have you heard a person go look for a job and they say, oh, man, they didn't hire me because I'm Hispanic. Or they didn't hire me, man, because, my tattoos. Or they didn't hire me because the way I look. Or they didn't hire me. I knew she didn't like me when I walked in. How many times have you heard that? You know why? Because I used to say that. I used to say that when I was looking for a job and stuff like that. But maybe they didn't hire you because you didn't wake up early enough and somebody took your position. Maybe they didn't hire you because your interview wasn't sharp, because you didn't show that you wanted to work. Maybe they didn't hire you because you're sitting there and your phone was going off. So they figured, guess what? Your phone's more important than the job. But they would never tell you that. And then again, I'm just talking people in general. I'm just talking in general. Nobody on here, but just in general. So we're never going to say the truth. When a person does not drop weight, and I know for a fact because I know people that I was coaching that I ain't heard from them. But when they want to do something, when they want an excuse, they'll find an excuse to make their whole situation feel good. I've seen it too many times. Oh, you know what? I couldn't do the keto lifestyle. I couldn't do the keto. They said call it diet again. I couldn't do the keto diet because They said my hair falls out. I couldn't do the keto diet because my doctor said that my cholesterol would go up. I couldn't do this. They got excuses to make their situation feel better, and they stay sick. Or they say, oh, I couldn't do this because, man, you know what? If I stop eating this kind of food, it's not going to help me. I heard this, I heard that, So this is what happens to people, and this is why they stay stuck where they're at. This is why they'll never make a difference. This is why they're going to be there next year, the year after that, until they're no longer here. No one is going to help you. No one is going to push you. No one's going to tell you, you know what? It's time to take that walk farther from your car. No one's going to tell you that. But you. Hey, shout out to Derek, man. Shout out to Alex. Appreciate y'all being on here. Shout out to Deborah and Alex. Appreciate y'all. Hey, man, y'all. So they made the fried chicken that I do. So, man, they did awesome. It looks really good, man. Hope y'all enjoyed it. So, yes, it's learning. Sometimes the problem is people think they know when they don't know. Sometimes there's people, I'm going to tell you, there's people that have called me from different areas, different cities, just far out, even countries, and I start trying to help them, and they act like they know too much. I'm trying to explain to them, even people that I'm coaching right now, they hit me up not too long ago and said, man, what do I do for constipation? And I said, you wouldn't be going through that if you would have listened to what I told you. I'm trying to give you all the tools and everything you need, and you want to run. And I know, hey, don't get me wrong. If you know it, you know it. But there is too much to cover on keto. Way too much. People try to make keto easy. I see it on TikTok. I see it on Facebook. You know what? I'm doing keto. I'm eating my cookies. I'm eating this. This is all keto. This right here. This is from whatever it's called. The places, Slim, whatever it's called, right? And then if you look at that, if you turn it around and look at that, that's not good for you. That's not good for you because you failed to know that there's hidden sugar in it. You failed to know that there's a hidden chemical on it. But remember, you didn't want to listen to me. You wanted to run. You wanted to run already. So see, there's nothing wrong with knowing what you're knowing. There's nothing wrong with that. But make sure you know. My dad, when he was alive, my dad would say, I'm going to tell you something very important. And I said, and my dad always lived sick. My dad was a sick man, right? And I said, what's that, Dad? And he says, always listen. Always listen. Always pay attention. And don't get me wrong. There's sometimes somebody's talking to me and I'm excited, so I talk over them, and I don't mean to. It's just something that I do. I even do it to my wife. But I'm listening. But I am listening because listening is knowledge, because there's been times where I've heard other people talk. Like in the very beginning, I heard Dr. Jason Fung. Man, when I heard him talk, I was blown away. So he took me to another level, And there's people that tell me, man, you know what, Free, you inspired me. You showed me, like right now, and because they're listening, because they know that I'm not on here just to be on here. I'm not on here just be on here. There's been times where I do a show. My wife's like, babe, you going to do another show? I said, babe, yeah, I got to, babe. There's out there people I got to help. I got to help these people. And she goes, I know, babe, I know. Go do what you're good at. So now I come on here and I do this show and I think of a topic, and I get my topics from people that sometimes send me topics, but most of the time it's because of what I see or people. Like I've had somebody not too long ago that I'm coaching, and I said, man, you're not going hard enough. And as soon as I say you're not going hard enough, I said, go harder. That's going to be my show. Go harder. And here we go. Go harder. So go harder or get off the court or go home. But excuse me, what I'm getting at, guys, there is no one, absolutely no one in this world, in this whole world, that can stop you from doing what you want to do, except you. You are the only person that can stop you from doing what you want to do. Sometimes I get calls from people and they say, oh my God, yeah, I found you, Keto Coach. Please help me. I'm going through diabetes. My numbers are high. I got fatty liver. I got diabetes. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I got to go take, and so you hear all this, right? And I'm like, and I'm there, I'm there listening. So you know what? Okay, so you could do this, you can do that. And some people are like, oh my God, I don't like that. I could, there's no way. Is there anything else I could do? You see, that right there shows me that they don't want it. Because right away they're saying, oh my God, I don't know if I could do that. When I told somebody last time, hey, drink some apple cider vinegar. It does this, it does that. It's amazing. I drink it. Oh my God, I can't stand the taste. I said, but you're going to love your waste. You're going to love how you feel, And it's just things like that. People want it easy. There is nothing easy. You can't go easier. You got to go harder. And when you get there, if you want to ease up a little bit, then so be it. But right now, you're not at that level yet. I'm not at that level yet. I still go hard. I don't stop. I love what I do. I love helping. I love inspiring people where they tell me, I got help because of you. Man, that's everything for me. That is everything for me. It's not about me getting my book published out there. Do you know why I want to get my book? It's going to be published already from a couple of people. But do you know why I want to get my book published? So everyone in this world, if it reaches that far, because I want it to reach everywhere, everyone can pick up my book and see my cover and see the happiness on my face. See how happy I am. And then they can go into my book and read the book and see where I was at, where they could be, where they're at right now probably, where they could see that I was in a dark place at one time, where they can see that, hey, I had depression. Hey, you know what? At one time I had some anxiety. Hey, at one time I had this wrong with me. I had this wrong with me. So it's not just a recipe book. It's a book. It's called The Truth, and it talks to you about my life. It talks to why I change, why I do this. I do this for my kids. I do this for my wife. Guess what? My wife does this now. If you'd have told me a few years ago, hey, Free, are you going to see your kids graduate? I would have said, I would have probably said, well, I don't know, maybe if God's willing, And I know God's the only one that decides everything and where you're going to go and all that. But I can honestly say now, yeah, hell yeah. Why not? Why not? And before I couldn't say that. I didn't have no confidence. And now I got confidence. I feel good. And people that I'm coaching feel good. People that I'm helping, this person right here that said they got help, guess what? Eventually they're going to feel good. They're going to feel good. Remember, the only thing that can stop you is you. It's going to be hard. Is it going to be hard? Yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be the hardest thing you probably do in your life. But you go harder. And you go harder. And you go harder. You go so hard where you can't goddamn breathe. Where you can't breathe. Because you're going to breathe again. And if you do this and you stay study and look, there's been times where I work out here and I'm like, man, you know what? I don't feel like lifting my weights today. But I go over and I say, you know what? I'm going to knock it out real quick. I'm going to knock it out real quick, real fast, right? Or anything small. But the good thing about it, on the keto lifestyle, you don't have to exercise. You don't have to lift weights. All I tell you is to do a little bit cardio. So sometimes if it's safe, guess what? Park your car a little bit farther, walk to your car farther out. If you go to Target, if you go to Walmart, guess what? Park a little bit farther out. But make sure it's safe, right? Just make sure you got older, maybe your husband or somebody older around you, brother, just somebody older around you, just somebody that you're going to be safe. That's my main purpose. Make sure it's safe. You don't want to go to a bad neighborhood and park your car farther, right? You don't want to do that. But you know what I mean. Just make sure it's little things like that. I remember when I couldn't get out because it was dark and I'm like, man, you know what? And I live in a good neighborhood, but I said, you know what? I'm going to do it in here. And I used to run from my house back and forth. People thought probably around my house I was crazy, running back and forth, jogging back and forth in my house. And I still do it. Or take walks, or just walk around my house, walk outside of my house, walk, right? That's all you have to do. You don't have to do all these exercise. Some people got it all wrong. There's people right now that just do exercise. All they do is exercise. And they're still sick. They still have diabetes. They still have high blood pressure. They still have anxiety. Some still have depression because they haven't changed their inside, because they're still eating bad, because they're still eating all that sugar, man. I tell you what, sugar is the devil, That's what it is. It's this.
Sugar is the devil. First, it'll destroy the inside of you, and then it'll destroy the outside of you.
Exactly. That's what it does. We got over here. Hey, guys, where we at, man? Oh, man, we have 40 minutes, man. Guys, I appreciate y'all. I didn't plan to be on here this long, man. We're just having fun. If I can help you in any kind of way, please reach out to me. 832, write this down, 832-715-2557. Let me give you some time to go find a pen, because we got to go find a pen. And sometimes we find a pen, it doesn't write. Why is that? Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, we're going to get a little time. All right. So today, man, remember, go harder. We're still on sugar is the real enemy, because it is the enemy. There's no enemy out there more than sugar. Sugar is the enemy. It's an addiction. It's terrible, terrible. And I promise you, I challenge you, if you start getting sugar out your life, you'll start feeling amazing. Each day, it's not going to be easy. You keep on going harder. I appreciate everybody on TikTok. I appreciate everybody on Facebook. Please share my video, whether you're on TikTok, Facebook, whatever. Please share my video. Appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate the ones that send me gifts. They sent me some gifts right here on TikTok last time. Appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much. Again, if I could help y'all, reach out to me. Call me. To the next video, guys. We'll talk next time. I hope I helped y'all in any kind of way today. Again, if there's something that you want me to talk about, if there's something that you want me to cook, when me and my wife doing the cooking shows, if there's something you want me to cook that you think you can't have in keto, guess what? You could have everything in keto, and I'll make it happen. Even stuff you think that's not going to be able to, you ain't going to be able to eat, guess what? I'll make it happen. Hey, guys, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Everybody have a great sleep. To all the kids and everybody, all the teachers and everything. Appreciate everything y'all do, all the workers out there. Thank y'all so much. Bye-bye.
Sugar is the devil. Keto is life TV.